Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my name is Andi Nur Aditya. I'm manager of PT Indra Jaya. Today, I would like passion about impact COVID-19 in Indonesian economy. Impact of COVID-19 on Indonesian economy. The COVID-19 pandemic is very deadly for the economy in the world, one of which occurs in Indonesia. Government regulation requires people to carry out social distancing. Social distancing which hampers trades in the trading process. The formulation of the problem in the study in the determine the impact of COVID-19 on the Indonesian economy. The research method uses a sociological geological approach by collecting data scored from primary and scored data. The data obtained were analyzed qualitatively. The research showed that COVID-19 had a following impacts. 1. Devoutly feeding work. 2. Many employees who are already working are forced to be sent home without being paid on to an unknown extent. The incidence of crime in several areas. The state suffered enormous losses. Background: the coronavirus was first discovered in the city of Wuhan, China. Corona is a virus that attacks human respiratory system. The virus is very easy to spread, causing a high death rate there. Currently, the coronavirus has spread to various countries, one of teams Indonesia. The coronavirus has a very environmental impact and economy. The cause of this slow economic growth in Indonesia is the decline in public interest in consumption and investment, both wholesale and government crimes. In the current era of the coronavirus pandemic, people are required to read activities outside the home that after the economy of trades. Economy is a important factor in human life. Every day, human life are carefully, currently, always insert with economy needs. Honotabun 2020. Small trade experienced rapid losses due the COVID-19 outbreak. Activity reservation due to COVID-19 have caused economic losses nationality. Hadiwardoyo 2020. With the extent of PSBB, office and most introduced were prohibited from operating for a reasonably long period of time, causing economic losses. Is if the PSBB is state of expanded of other cities, the impact of losses will automatically increases and can be project be set on the computation of time and area. Furthermore, the distribution of losses is divided into group of national, sector, corporate, and individual losses. So, from the description above, the research in interest research on the impact of COVID-19 on Indonesian economy. pressure reserve and diffusion. The development of positive case of COVID-19 in Indonesia has ensured stability very day. At the national level, data optimal data obtained from the official website of the development of the COVID-19 virus belong to the counter government states that as April 7, 17, 2020, the accumulated number of confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus in Indonesia has reached 130. In the week, the increasing number of accumulated positive cases. Positive compared case per day also continues in increase. The data show that on April 15, 2020, in Indonesia, the outbreak 83,130 cases, and on April 16 in interesting significantly to 1,554 cases. The first for the accumulation of handling COVID-19 a chase of on 17 April 2020 at the regional level. The most positive confirmed cases occurred in Java Island. This can see from the map of the distribution of COVID-19. The positive loss located on is on the island of Java. The physical police agency of the Ministry of Finance estimates that the loss to the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia will reach the 320 rupees during the first quarter of 2020. This is because the national economy has a slump by around 2.0%, according to the data presented by the head of the PKRF Marco Polo Center, Hidayat Amir, that the Indonesian economy only grew 2.97% in the first quarters of 2020. This figure is lower than the same period of previous year, which was 5%. The potential economic loss can quantified into a number by multiplying the economic downturn in the first quarter of 2020 with the gross domestic product, included the total potential state loss to the COVID-19 around 320 trillions. Recent trend pertumbuhan ekonomi trend 2020 can you look see the tiles of economic growth rate the first quarter of 2020 can be see the following database. Figure I economic growth in the first quarter of 2020 only increased by 297. The government noted that Indonesian economic growth in the first quarters of 2020 was only 297%. This figure is the lowest since 2001. The sector with the lowest growth in the first quarter of 2020 was agricultural sector. Because the sector only grew 0.02%. Even throughout last year, in the same period, the achievement of the agricultural sector grew by 1.82%. This decline was due to a contraction in the food crop subsector and extreme weather in the early 2020. The increases in the production of same chemical goods and medicines for export above self-economic growth in the first quarter of 2020. The outbreak of the COVID-19 outbreak has boosted the demand for the chemical for the chemical from pharmaco pharmaceutical pharmaceutical and traditional medis industries, which can still grow by 5.59%. Figure 2. The result of the questionnaire from data. From the file data above the account candidate pandemic outbreak COVID-19 is very detrimental of the economy of the community. The earth asks question of problem that many often across the people who are experiencing a state of the COVID-19 pandemic. Should a difficult footing work, many have been left off, laid off, or laid off. The imagine of the the emergence of crime, many economy need the experiencing a state of COVID-19 pandemic. Many economic needs that are experiencing price instead and interesting export-import activities of goods. First, that is the difficult of finding job. Here, many companies accrue the do not pay employees because the quota is full. Some argue that the company all employees have been sit home or work at home, and some have been laid off. She have been let off, so that don't want to affect additional employees. Second, Many employees who are already working have a be set on without being paid to an extent, and some have been laid off because the company connect cannot pay sellers to employees who have a need work for a need 3 months. From the above discussion, this discussion, it can be concluded that the community has lost its ace of saying of to meet their daily needs, so that they can still fulfill their needs. The community needs to be given social assistance from the government sets, such as share basic necessities and bread of for that their needs. Third, the impact of COVID-19 on the economy in Indonesia, one of which is the incident of crime the serious areas, such as many cases is very houses due to the pressure of many patients due the social distancing and lockdown system. Minister of Law and Human Rights Yosana Yos ya Ye Yos apa ini Yosonal law cite as many as 5,515 yeah, persons had been realized and realized as a part of import to perfect the spread of the coronavirus in province. Yasona explains that the release present present referred to in the regulation of the Minister of Law and Human Rights number 10 of 2020 and trains of the Minister of Law and Human Rights number 19 PK 1 connecting the research and release pensioners and children through assimilation and finally from the field data the research obtained the system for export and import of goods has deteriorated deter this deteriorate. For example, Indonesia cannot manufacture goods because its compatibility comes from China. At the same time, China as a product center in Asia creates raw materials and exporting material from various countries in Asia. China needs import of palm oil cord from Indonesia. If China experiences its outbreak, automatically there will be more demand for the goods from Indonesia. This causes the price of that too good to that decline due to absence of export to China due the reduced demand. This problem occurs in produce sector with a has experience taking that design to temporarily benefit by the Indonesian government to and from China as well as Indonesian export and import trade, especially in fruit animal commodities. According to the chairperson of the Indonesian Vegetable and Fruit Exports Association, Hassan Choniwijaya, shares the news about the coronavirus. Birds in China have immediately stopping buying. The fruit expert who cry the most are thus those who sell or ship goods with the CNV scream of scream or payments made after the goods arrive at the port and export station. Some have even sent good or bird, but on the way there was solutions. Solutions. The impact of COVID-19 is of great concern to the Indonesian people, in addition to having a major impact on public health. The COVID-19 cause also has a major impact on people's economy. From the description above, the researchers called, concluded the COVID-19 had an impact on the economy in Indonesia, including 1. Difficult feeding work. 2. Many employees who are already working as per are forced to be sent home without being paid to an unknown extent. The incidence of crime in serial arrests. 4. The state suffered enormous losses. Okay, thank you.